Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I am back. I had some technical difficulties there. I don't know what was going on, but I'm back. I hope all of you come back. Hey, Eliana, good to see you. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Having some problems. It's always it's always a strange time here in the Madhouse Studios. I do apologize about that. I don't know what was going on. But I do have some good videos, and I want to start off though. I'm going to start off without a video. I'm going to start off. I'm gonna share something that I found online, and it's just more proof of how disgusting this cult is, and how nothing changes, and just more. It's just more of the same. Damn it! It's more of the same. It's more of the same. And so I'm going to start off with this. I saw this on, this is taken, it says, hey, Duke of Squirrels, glad to see you're back. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're all back here. I hope everybody gets back. Easy market. You're not blocked. I don't know what happened. I don't block. I only block idiots that start preaching when I tell them not to preach. But when I go in there and I looked at who was blocked, a bunch. There were quite a few people in there, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I don't know who. I don't know if it's because they're saying the forbidden word. They're saying the forbidden words, and they get banned or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how it's working, but I'm gonna start going in and just unbanning. Before every show, I'm going to just unban everybody, whoever is on that list. But anyway, so this was taken from Weird Planet. Good to see you here. And Stroot. Yeah, you were on the list too, and I don't know how you got on there. But anyway, that's what, I want to start off every live stream with a clean slate, and then if people start preaching or doing the Maha Mantra crap or the Prabhupada crap, then you're done. Okay, so this says here, it says taken from Facebook, Vrindavan Gurukula. Okay, and let me just show you real quick. I'm not making this up. Okay. So it's on this Reddit subreddit, X Hare Krishna, and it says, more disturbing reports coming out of the Vrindavan Gurukula. I have been informed that one of the school's teachers recently had a violent rage fit in the IT lab and brutally attacked a student. The child is now in serious condition. According to reports, the teacher kicked him, beat him, and repeatedly slammed his head against the wall. The boy is currently being kept in the school infirmary and has not been taken to a hospital, likely to avoid legal repercussions. This is not an isolated incident. Additionally, some time back, the Vrindavan Gurukul management rehired a teacher by the name of Surananda, who has previously removed for physically assaulting, I'm going to translate this, who was previously removed for physically assaulting the students. He continues to need the children and runs the school like a boot camp. Reports suggested that the school is understaffed with one ashram teacher for up to 50 students. For years, the GBCs have reportedly turned a blind eye to reports of extreme abuse coming out of this Gurukula. Nothing has been done. Nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing. Nothing will ever change. Nothing will ever change. You know, it's and that's why it's like I'm not even concerned with trying to end this cult. It's too entrenched into society around the world. The only thing we can do is just raise awareness so that people won't join. People will know what's going on. And they won't go to their festivals. They won't buy their books. They won't go to their restaurants. They won't have anything to do with these people, and they shouldn't. And that's what I'm working for. I'm not trying to close a temple. I'm not trying to speed run through a temple, through a Krishna. I'm not protesting or picketing or even suggesting that that's something to do. I mean, protesting in public and protesting and picketing, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't say it's a waste of time. No, it's not. It's raising awareness. It's definitely raising awareness. But I think in social media, raising awareness, that's the way to go. If we could get a lot of people online, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever it is, whatever the app of the hour is, and use that. That's what I'm for. But anyway, you can see that this is going to keep going on. And the person who wrote this says, how many more children will have to suffer before the GBCs wake up and take meaningful action? Well, they're never going to wake up and take any meaningful action. That's the first thing. That's why it's a cult. There's no fixing this. There's no fixing this. It doesn't get fixed. It says a child needs medical attention. The community deserves accountability. ISKCON needs to prioritize the protection of its children. Yeah, but okay. Anyway, so another child, more children being abused in Vrindavan. We don't know who that child is, where they came from, what country they're from, but somebody there has been some child there has been harmed recently. Okay, so there's that. I want to start with that. Then, so before I get into the main video, I want to start with this this video here. And this apply again. This he's not talking about Krishnas. You know, that's why I'm here. He's not talking about Hare Krishnas, but he's talking about people in a cult.
Climate change is a hoax. The earth is flat. Vaccines are the work of the devil. How come you won't debate me fair and square? Cool story, bro. Because you don't live in reality, that's why. We're not going to argue about what the facts are. The facts have already been settled by scientists, doctors, experts, people with decades of experience studying these things, writing peer-reviewed studies, publishing research, and you think you're on the same level as them? No, you didn't discover the truth in a Facebook group you belong to. No, your crazy uncle's YouTube video did not change my mind. And I know spelling is hard for you. I get it. But if you want to play independent researcher, you should probably learn how to do research first. Don't you think? But of course you won't. Because that takes work you already didn't do in the first place. Because the work is hard, and you are soft. The world doesn't just hand out participation awards for you just showing up. I know your daddy promised you a trophy. This is why speaking to people like you is torturous. Because you have no idea what you're talking about. But you are absolutely convinced that you know what you're talking about. And when we easily prove you wrong, when the science is indisputable, when you have nowhere left to go, you shout fake news, or you say you have TDS. That is what a clown would say. Do you want to be known as a clown? If you want to debate experts, you're going to have to agree to a shared reality the rest of the world has already agreed to. But you won't do that because you are delusional. Someone told you that being a mediocre person is somehow special. Someone convinced you that you didn't have to do the work, that school was a waste of time, that studying is for nerds. And now you think your opinion is equal to an expert who spent decades earning their knowledge. It isn't. You walk around saying, "Prove me wrong," like that means something. It doesn't mean anything. The guy who taught you the phrase, "prove me wrong," did not actually understand how evidence works. And
So that's, like these gurus, like this Hridayananda, this Harvard dumbass Goswami. Yeah, he thinks he's got this PhD. He's like I went to Harvard. I know what I'm talking about. I know all the terminology, the different subjects. I know all this stuff, but he doesn't know because the real experts will tell him, this bhakti shit is not 5,000 years old. It's not Vedic. It's not all the things that he thinks it is, because he doesn't care about what they teach at Harvard. He doesn't care what the archaeological, all the research, all the PhDs in archaeology and history and sociology and paleontology and the study of ruins and the study of linguistics and the history of languages and the history of civilizations and the real knowledge. They're not gonna talk. They don't give a fuck about what this Howard Resnick believes. There was some 5,000-year-old tradition of bhakti that didn't exist, and this Chaitanya was some kind of god, incarnation of God that appeared in Bengal. And there's no history person who actually knows the history of India knows about anything about it is not going to debate an idiot like that. These people aren't worth the time of day. That's why they can't have a debate. That's why the Shivaran, he debates his disciples pretending to be an expert. Well, the expert would say this. And then the idiot guru lectures for 10, 15 minutes and says, "See, I defeated his argument. Next question." And then he says some other thing. They don't actually have a debate with a real person that actually knows what they're talking about. No one's going to waste their time with these people. Yeah, I ran into him a bunch of times, and at first I was impressed with him in the beginning, but then after a while I realized these guys are fucking. I ended up at his house. In Beverly Hills. I thought we were going on Harinam. And I jumped in the van thinking everybody was going. No, they were going to his house in Beverly Hills to listen to him talk. And I got there and I was like, okay, I'll listen to him talk. And then I was like, this is the stupidest shit. I can't believe I'm here listening to him, because I had a moment of clarity that this guy was no guru. Yeah, she's good at that. That's good. She's good at that. Psychopaths and pedophiles must stumble across ISKCON and see it as a good place to hang out, to manipulate and abuse people. Yes, absolutely. Be it women, children, or anyone else. But they also create these people. Cults are always good at attract. They attract anybody. Anybody will join. I mean, the horrible people stand out. Certain people stand out. Like people at the L.A. Temple that I remember, like Ratnabhushna and Punyatma and a few others. They stand out as kind of like, I don't know, creepy people that I don't really. I don't know. And then the others are just normal people. There's people that kind of fade into the scenery. There's like me. I was like, I didn't stand out at all. Okay, so I did this guy. So this guy, he's pretty good. So I think Tim sent this video in, and it's not very long, but I. So this is what Prabhupada was doing in his room. This was Prabhupada doing snuff. Prabhupada had a snuff habit. Okay, he was no pure devotee. He was no pure anything. He's a scammer, just like Gora Hari. He was just good. He was good at it. I ain't gonna say Prabhupada sucked at it. Prabhupada was really good at being a cult leader. He was really good at this shit. He's so good at it, he's fucking people up today. Some little kid is in the Gurukula today, all fucked up because some guru beat him up because of Prabhupada. So Prabhupada was really good at being a cult leader. I'm not saying he wasn't. Yeah, this was in India. I don't know. It was reposted from Facebook, so I don't know who the original people are or where it came from. I would imagine authorities are going to be made aware of it somehow. I mean, but it's India. It's India, and that makes it that much worse. Okay, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting all the way around. Probably the snuff head. Okay, check out this little video about snuff. It's pretty interesting. Snuff the Magic Dragon. Yeah, check this out. I mean, this is pretty interesting stuff. Pretty interesting snuff.
Pinch of snuff. Certainly you'd be in fashion, for the habit, which recalls an era of Regency elegance and courtesy, is becoming the fashion fad of the 60s. Sniff it with precision by both nostrils and without any grimace. And that was the advice offered to snuff takers a century ago. Perhaps we've forgotten some of the elaborate etiquette of Victorian days, but the snuff blender has not lost any of his skill. And don't think snuff is some exotic eastern herb. It's simply tobacco, specially selected tobacco. Some lingering traditions of the 18th century still remain. The snuff blender, the connoisseur who adds those tantalizing and alluring perfumes, jealously guards his secret recipes. Sometimes only the head of a snuff firm knows this secret, a secret which is passed on to the next generation. But there's one man who can prize information from unwilling lips, the customs officer, who keeps a check on the tobacco and oils which are used. Blended, scented, sieved, and take a deep breath, for delicate flavoring can cost 20 pounds a fluid ounce.
So yeah, so Prabhupada had one of those in his. Prabhupada had a little box like that in his cabinet in Vrindavan. If you go to Prabhupada's room in Vrindavan and you look in the little cabinet, it's got all his like his razor and his little piece of soap and his little little toenail clipper and his thing to clean his ears, whatever. All his little belongings are in this cabinet, and right there is one of his little snuff box. It's a little snuff box just like that, and it says Prabhupada's snuff box right there in Vrindavan in his cabinet. Unless they've removed it, it's been there. I've seen it every time I've been there. I've seen it, and I haven't been there in a while, but yeah. Yeah, Prabhupada should have been straight up about taking snuff. He doesn't mention it in any of his books, and considering how anti-intoxicants he was, it's a bit hypocritical. I don't think it's a bit hypocritical. I think it's very hypocritical. He never once mentioned that he is doing snuff. And he's talking about you shouldn't take any intoxicants, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes, you shouldn't drink tea, you shouldn't, all of these restrictions. He did no chocolate, no, so many things that he said don't have. And he never mentioned, but I'm doing snuff. I mean, why not? Why didn't he just say? I'm doing and give his excuse right there in the book. Say, well, although I do snuff every night, I do it for medicinal purposes, and then I translate these books that you're reading. No, he didn't do that. Prabhupada Vrindavan Museum. Yes, he does have snuff boxes. They're still there. Yeah, his little snuff boxes. This is what he was doing.
Today's youth haven't turned their nose up at this strange ritual of yesterday's dandies. They've inherited a passion for snuff-taking, which has created a surprise boom for the quaint snuff shops which still offer a dignified service to the discerning customer. Fancy a snuff handkerchief, sir? Or perhaps one of these ornate snuff boxes? These relics belong to an age which lies buried in a history book. But don't think those dandies were the only people to appreciate the mysterious concoctions of the snuff blenders. It's a £4 million industry in Britain alone, and that's a figure which certainly can't be sneezed at.
Yeah, so, that's the typical cult. The typical cult, the cult attitude is, okay, let me get this. Look at this. Prabhupada picked up the habit at White Man Scottish College along with Vivekananda and Yogananda. Indra Yumna also said that Prabhupada used it when he was working on his book translations. So what? So why didn't he say that in his books? Why didn't he say, I'm doing this, I don't take intoxicants, but I'm doing snuff because I need it, because I fantasize, it helps me fantasize about these stories. It helps my mind wander off into these wacky ass friggin' things that I make up and pull out of my ass. He condemned Vivekananda for smoking cigars. Yeah, and he's doing this shit.
It's no good sniffing at the snuffing habits of past generations, for today's partygoers enjoy a pinch of jasmine or Bordeaux instead of a pink gin. Yes, organized snuff parties have become the fashion. Everywhere, nostrils are revitalized and noses tickled pink.
The little ladle. There's a little ladle. Hey, Jolene, how you doing? We're having a little snuff party here. A little snuff party. Yes, that's what I heard. I had no idea. Snuff is 4 times more powerful than a cigarette. Yeah, I heard it actually couldn't, like, it puts you in like almost like a psychedelic state. It almost becomes like a mind altering because that's how strong it is. Yeah, it's just hypocritical. He wasn't, he always used it. He had always used it, whether for his plagiarized books, translations, or in his private time. He condemns tea, coffee, chocolate, cigarettes, and narcotics, as well as alcohol, but snuffs away. Yeah, it's not holy. He's not a holy man if he's going to be hiding that shit and doing that while he's preaching the opposite. I mean, it's one thing to claim you're a god, man, but when I found out he was doing snuff, that really shook me, and that was the first major crack. And it wasn't. I didn't know. I didn't know until not like 90. 96 or 97, and I was like, what? Yeah, it's Prabhupada was a dandy. Prabhupada had his little snuff handkerchief. He's like, Prabhupada was a dandy. Oh, it was too funny. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you here. Yeah, Prabhupada was doing this a lot. Prabhupada was doing that a lot. And, yeah, he's doing that a lot. Prabhupada's doing that a lot. And when he's giving his, he's doing it. He's doing it a lot. Okay. So that's the snuff video. The snuff video. Okay. Now, okay. So I just wanted to show just real. This woman is a lot. Okay. Prabhupada's doing. Prabhupada's doing snuff. Prabhupada's like that, and then he's just like.
All right.
Yeah, nobody talked about it. Nobody talked about it. His little snuff box is sitting right there in Vrindavan. Nobody talking about it. Nobody talking about it. Prabhupada told that 12-year-old and 19-year-old is a great match. Dude, like, what the fuck? Yeah, absolutely. I found that out towards the end. That was when, as I was making my exit, I started coming across all kinds of shit. Absolutely. Prabhupada speaking jive. Prabhupada speaking jive is pretty funny. So this woman's a lot, but you know what? Here, this is part of the. She's got something to say real quick, and I wanted to share it. Here we go. Okay, just get ready. Okay.
Yeah, and get it. Hey YouTube, it's your favorite mega church cult survivor. It's Leah Lauder, and I'm live on TikTok, and I'm live on YouTube, and we've been having a wonderful conversation. I'm not gonna lie, you lot would be a bit jar, but I'm here, and I might have a lot of white bits on my mouth, but that's because of the lip gloss. BTW. All right, guys, I hope everybody's good. I've come to bring a bit of joy and sunshine, all right? We're not going to be depressed. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot going on in the world. What are we, Sedna, what are we in? Is it Mercury retrograde? What the hell is...
Sound. No sound. So this woman is got a great attitude. She is been in this cult for 18 years in this mega church, and now she's out, and she is helping others, and she has a great attitude. She's got so much energy. And the time that she was in, she talks about how she was traumatized, and she's got PTSD. She's got all of these things going on, but she is now helping people. She's helping people. She's doing her YouTube channel and her TikTok and all of these things, and she's just got so much positive energy, and she's so motivated to help other people. And I wanted to share that, especially if this Radhe or this Anke, whatever her name is, if she is watching. I know it's tough. In the beginning, it's tough. It's tough for all of us. It was tough for me. I'm sure it was tough for everybody. Trying to make that break, making the break, and then the time after, that time after you've left is really chaotic and confusing, and it can be depressing. It can be a lot of things. Especially if you, well, it doesn't matter how much time you spend in. It really doesn't matter. It can be 2 months. It can be a year. It can be 2 years. It can be 18 years. It can be 20 years. It can be 30 years. It doesn't matter. But this woman has a great attitude. She spent 18 years in it, and the time she just shows that you can really have a life after a cult, and that's what really gets me is just the energy and the attitude and all of these things. Hey, Easy Market, great to see you. Have a great night, great day, great night. So yeah, I want to share a little bit more of her real quick here. Whoops, what happened?
Listen to me, child, and get it. Hey, YouTube, it's your favorite. For this, I'm like, it's true, because when I was crawling to try and get food because I couldn't walk, who was there? Who was there? It was myself. It wasn't anybody else. I picked myself up. The live is only restricted because it redirects purchases. No, nobody's selling anything, chair. But you know, I got haters. Why would you hate to see me happy? That's mental health, isn't it? But also obsession. Why you so obsessed with me? I just wanna know. Saying that you're when everybody knows. Why you so obsessed with me? I just wanna know. All right, let's get into it. I've been yabbing. So today I want to talk about, what do I want to talk about? The spiritual narcissist. I want to talk about the gaslighting, the fake gaslighting gurus, because I noticed I talk a lot about, church cults. I wanted to change up the vibe because I've had personal experience of dealing with a gaslighting guru wannabe. And I kind of wanted to expose some of the patterns that I saw and then how that is interchangeable with these church cults, because it's like the same tactics, it's the same tools that are being used. It's not different. So it doesn't matter. It could be a chicken shop full of employees to...
Exactly. See, with those of us that have been through cults, we have a special insight that other people just don't have. And they can learn it, they can study, but something about being in a cult and going through it and coming out the other end, it gives us something that people that have never been in a cult just don't have. And they just, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
A school, whatever. Schools can have cult tendencies as well and setups. Yeah, thanks for all the follows, guys. I appreciate you. All right, let's get it. So we're gonna start off with unmasking the spiritual gaslighting guru, if this doesn't mess up when I'm doing it. All right, and welcome. All right, so let's look at the origin story. I want to talk a little bit about the family cult and identity diffusion, because I've been seeing a reoccurring pattern where most survivors, majority that are coming out of my cult, had some kind of like family cult connection, or there's been like, it's like the cultiness, it never stops because you have...
Okay, so I put a link. I put a link to her videos, her YouTube channel in the description, so you can check her out. I think she's really good. She's talking about she's going to talk about gurus. I would love to listen to her talk more about gurus right now, but I'm not. We're going to move on. But I just came across her. She's been doing this for, I think she's been doing this for a couple years, and I love her energy, and I love what she's doing. Hey, Jenna Morton, good to see you here. One thing about ISKCON that you probably don't get with many other cults is the food eating aspect. When you leave, you have to convince yourself not to feel guilty for not offering your food. You feel guilty for a lot of things. Yeah, absolutely. But I think every cult though has got something. They got something that they carry over with them. I believe that because there's just they're all the same. It's very similar. But yeah, offering of the food, probably like saying prayers, bowing down, all of that stuff is. We are the cult generation. We are the first generation, 70s, 90s, that can now warn the world. Yes, we went through it. We went through it. I went through it as an adult. I went through it as children. Grew up in it. It's a generation, It's a new generation. It's a new generation. Like being vegan is a point, but not how ISKCON presents it. Like they make stories to make them feel guilty. Yeah, it's just exactly. There's just too much gaslighting and manipulation to have anything to be a healthy situation. You can be a vegetarian or vegan, and that's great. And if you're not, okay. But you don't have to feel guilty or be gaslit or manipulated into doing it. These are personal choices that make you who you are. What you eat, why you eat, what you want to eat. Your all of these conceptions, your identity, how you dress, how you carry yourself, your hairstyle or whatever. All of these things that make you a person. And they take all of that away. They just take it away. Cult Nazis, yeah, talking about my generation. We're the generation against cult Nazis. That's what I was saying. This guy's he wants to say who can have bhakti and who no bhakti for you. No bhakti for you, no bhakti for you. I want to control who can love God. Can you imagine that? Thinking that you're in control of who can love God, and that your whole philosophy of life is that you get to decide who can love God. You get to decide who's a demon and who's a saint. Who's a saint and who's a sinner? You get to decide. Yeah, like anti-cult Avengers. Yeah, I won't blame Prabhupada, as he was a scientist and an engineer. It was a cult guru who tricked him into this shit. He was Saraswati. Well, they all got tricked. Prabhupada was a perpetrator too. Prabhupada got scammed. Yeah, Prabhupada got scammed, but he didn't have to become a guru. He didn't have to. I don't give him. I blame it. I blame Prabhupada for everything. Hey, fake human, retards are us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Most cults have some things that make them feel guilty. I just seem, yeah, because we went through it. That's what we went through. You can shit in the morning. So now you can shit in the morning? That's good. That's good. No poop cork. All right. Yeah, we're here to help. So this woman is really good, and I recommend everybody go check her out. You'll learn something. You learn something about other cults. You learn something about her cult. You learn something about what it's like for other people when they get out of cults. They go through the same. They go through the same stuff that we went through. They feel just as damaged. She's angry and pissed too. I've watched a bit of what she and she's kind of like me. She's a high energy. She jokes around, and she's pissed. She's pissed off. I don't know. I shouldn't say she's pissed. I don't want to speak for her. But Prabhupada chose to be the guru of a cult. Yeah, this guy is fucking disgusting. Okay. Okay, so I got her. Now, let's check this out a little bit. Okay, this is what is delusional disorder? Let's watch a little bit of this. just to get warmed up.
Welcome to my scientifically informed insider look at mental health topics. If you find this video to be interesting or helpful, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question asks if I can provide a comprehensive review of delusional disorder. So I'll take a look at the characteristics of this disorder, and I'll also talk about this controversy between the definitions of delusional disorder and schizophrenia. Now, a delusion is a false belief based on incorrect inference about external reality that is firmly sustained despite what almost everyone else believes and despite what constitutes incontrovertible and obvious proof or evidence to the contrary. The belief is not one ordinarily accepted by other members of the person's culture or subculture. So when I talk about a delusion in the context of delusional disorder or schizophrenia or any other disorder that has delusions, that's what we're talking about here. It's a false belief that does not tend to change. So as we look at the definition of delusional disorder in the DSM, we see that it has criteria A through E, so 5 criteria. The first one, here we see a presence of one or more delusions with a duration of 1 month or longer. So in situations where we see a duration shorter than 1 month, counselors may consider something like brief psychotic disorder, and there are other potential diagnoses, of course, but we would exclude delusional disorder, so that 1 month is in there as a duration. The second criterion is that the first criterion for schizophrenia has never been met. So let's take a quick look at that first criterion of schizophrenia that's referenced here. This requires that 2 or more of the following symptoms are present for a significant portion of time during a 1 month period. We see delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, grossly disorganized or catatonic behavior, and negative symptoms. One of the symptoms must be delusions, hallucinations, or disorganized speech. Another way of putting that is if somebody only has grossly disorganized behavior and negative symptoms, they won't fulfill the requirements for that criterion.
Okay, so for it to be a delusion, it can't be schizophrenia. That's basically what he's saying. So I understand. I can understand that. I get what he's saying. But I guess I gotta wonder. I still say these people are deluded. I say these people are deluded. I say this guy's deluded.
He was saying that how the spiritual master is the representative of Krishna. And suddenly I saw Prabhupada in another light, that he wasn't just an old man sitting on the chair here. He was actually representing Krishna, and he was right in front of me. And it was like a moment in my awareness became of Prabhupada's position. So the next day when I was going to give massage, I asked Srila Prabhupada, I spoke to Prabhupada, I said, Srila Prabhupada, I very much liked your class last night. And Prabhupada said, oh, what part did you like? And I said, yes, Prabhupada, where the part where you said that you were a representative of Krishna. So this he didn't get annoyed. He accepted fully. He took it all in, representative of Krishna, and then he came back. And you also can be a representative of Krishna, he said. When you say Krishna said or Prabhupada said, he used his own name, then you're also representing Krishna. He was on the Vyasasana, I was close by. And suddenly I got a mystic experience because he was saying that how the spiritual master is the representative.
He had a mystical experience. He had a mystical experience. And Prabhupada's having delusions, and this guy's having delusions. And this guy's delusions have lasted for friggin' 50 fucking years. 1 month. This guy's been deluded for his whole life. He's believing in these fairy tales. Friggin', these people are friggin' nuts. You tell me that's not a delusion. I'm telling you, you have any psychiatrist, a psychoanalyst, psychiatrist, neuro whatever, cognitive expert, whatever you want to call them. You examine these people. You examine this guy. Interview him. Interview these Gaurahari, this friggin' Hridayananda. Interview them. Like they're a fucking mental patient, because they are. And your diagnosis is going to be, these guys are delusional. This guy thinks he's fucking Jesus. He thinks Jesus sent him Prabhupada appeared in a dream, and then Krishna appeared to someone else. And this Sri Dayananda thinks that this dead guy is living in his statue, and he offers food to the stand. The other guy's putting faces on little pebbles and worshiping the pebble like it's a god. And with a little ladle, he put a little ladle of water and a little flame. And he's got a name for the rock, little, pebble Ishwara, whatever he calls it, Maharaj. You tell me they're not deluded? You tell me these people aren't fucking mental patients? Schizophrenia and KC will never go well together. I advise anyone with any kind of mental health disorder to steer well clear of the Hare Krishnas. Yeah, Gora Hari is nothing but mental patients with a mental patient leading them, and every temple's the same. They're all the same. Friggin' insanity. Okay, so yeah, pagans trying to debate spirituality is like toddlers hosting a TED Talk from an adult play school. They should just accept the chaos, pick up the crayons, and play with the Pentecostals. Yeah, it's play with the Pentecostals. I like that. So yeah, these guys are insane. They're crazy. They're delusional. They have mental problems.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Okay, so yeah, I would check out the Dr. Todd Grand. You can learn about delusional disorder. You can learn about how these gurus and these scammers are nothing but friggin' mental patients. They're mental patients. And if they're not mental patients, they're just out and out scammers. They're pretending to be mental patients so that they can scam other mental patients, which is really disgusting. You got this Gora Hari guy scamming these other mental patients, sending him money, telling him he's God. Friggin', it is.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Evidently, yes, the whole world has gone crazy. The whole world has gone crazy. Absolutely. It's gone crazy. It's gone crazy. Okay. So if Anke is watching, if this Radhe is watching, man, I got this great video for you, and I'm gonna show a little bit of it. Yeah, I think it is. I do what I can. Krishna's stance on animal welfare was one of the attractions, especially when compared to some other religions that don't care so much. I agree with you. I definitely agree. They don't care about people so much. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their children. They beat the fuck out of them in the school and rape them and torture them. And they don't care about their women, which is pretty obvious. But, they're pretty nice to animals. I mean, they don't eat animals. We're pretty good with the animals. People, man, we're not so good with children. Nah, we don't give a fuck about our kids. But be nice to the animals, though. Be nicer to the animals than we are with our own children. That's pretty much that's what they do.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
You go to Vrindavan and you check out the Goshala, and the cows are being taken care of pretty nice. You go to the Gurukula, hey, not so much. Your kids are in the hospital. Kids are in the fucking hospital. The cows are being taken care of, but the kids, you can't go in the Gurukula. We'll let you go look at the cows, but we don't want you around the kids because then you'll see what's going on. Fucking sick. It's sick. I'm laughing about it. I must be sick too. I'm not laughing about it. I'm a comedian. What can I do? Um, but okay, so this is this gun's only nice to cows and monkeys, not so much dogs and cats, or little children, or women, or black people, or fucking. The cows, yeah, we take care of the cows. Everybody else, fuck them. Fuck everybody else. Cows are treated better. Cows are treated better than devotees. Hey, if you're a cow in Vrindavan, you're getting treated pretty nice. If you're a person, you're fucked up. All right, here we go.
At mental health topics. If you find this video to be interesting or helpful, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question asks if I can take a look at the characteristics of a husband who is narcissistic. So in this video, I'll be focused on a husband and wife relationship. In theory, one that is relatively stable, not a new relationship or a relationship that is dissolving, but rather one where there's an expectation that the couple is going to remain together. Now, this of course could apply to any long-term partnership between a man and a woman, whether or not the couple was married. So I'll answer this question by looking at the 10 signs of a husband with narcissistic traits. There are, of course, a lot of signs. These focus on narcissistic behaviors that would directly be observable by the wife. So to get started here, what is narcissism? Well, I've covered this many times, so I'm just going to give a quick review here. With narcissism, we see self-centeredness, we see a need for admiration, a sense of entitlement, and somebody who's low on agreeableness. Now, there are two types of narcissism: grandiose, also called overt, and vulnerable, also called covert. Somebody can have really mostly grandiose or mostly vulnerable traits, but most narcissists have some characteristics from both types. With grandiose narcissism, we see characteristics like being arrogant, highly self-confident, being resistant to criticism, and being callous. And with vulnerable narcissism, we see characteristics like distrusting other people, feeling insecure, having a lot of resentment, feeling a lot of shame, and being hypersensitive to criticism. Most of the signs that I'll cover here are more related to grandiose narcissism as opposed to vulnerable narcissism. As I go through these signs, when I use the term husband.
Okay, so this is for Radhe, for Anke. I don't know what's going on. She seemed really distraught when she was in the chat last night, talking about what they were doing. I don't know what's going on over there, but evidently she's not. Evidently she's not happy. If she's coming back after what they put her through, and now she's coming back, something's going on, and I don't care what it is. Something is happening over there. Something is happening over there, and I don't have anything to do with it. And this is between her husband, and this fucking freak. And I'm going to tell you right now, I knew from the very beginning that this guy, that there's nothing good comes from some wacko having a Zoom meeting where everybody gets together and just talks about how great this guy is. The guy's obviously a fucking psychomaniac, just weirdo creep, and these people are worshiping him, and I knew from the beginning that this is not good. Now, evidently, he's got a history of people. He's got his own issues. The thing that's upsetting him now is I put a spotlight on this guy, and he don't like that. He doesn't like the idea that, I don't know. I called him out on his bullshit, but this shit with this woman is really disturbing. Now, they're trying to, make her out to be whatever, but I wanted to show you this. The Goshala. Devotees be better off living in the Goshala. Absolutely. Let me just show you this. Let me find this. I thought I had it. I thought I had it up, but I guess I don't. Let me see. Is it this one? Okay, because I blotted I blocked out her face because I don't want to put her face up on the screen. I don't I'm not trying to shame her or anything like that. I didn't block out her husband because he doesn't deserve it. But let me just show you this. This is when they had her. They made her go on. They made her in this cult. They made her go on camera and talk about how she doesn't come into my class anymore and all of this stuff. And I'd like to play it for you, but I don't want to show her face because I'm not trying to show her face and demean her or anything. But look at this. This is what they did. This is what her husband did. Or her, So here are these wackos. Here's this fucking freak over here, and then so down here in the right hand corner down at the bottom, it's her and her husband, and under her name it says "Simple Pussy Woman." Now I don't know what that's all about. I don't really care what it's all about, but it's friggin' disgusting and it's humiliating for this poor woman to have that on her on her name. I don't understand that. I mean, and she's allowing that. She's like, evidently she's allowing this, like a Rupa Manjari, like go ahead and I'm a dumb woman and you can call me a simple pussy woman, and because I don't know. This is what is this? The self-sacrifice, the humiliation ritual that they put, and her husband is right there. Her husband's right there. It makes me think that he likes it. This is a weird friggin' cult. Is there any a question as to her coming back over here when they do this to her? And she had a moment of clarity, and she's probably like, "What am I doing? Why am I back with these people again?" I mean, I don't. It is just a weird friggin' thing. Hey, Rafael, good to see you. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. And Gorahari, judge freak, absolutely disgusting and disturbing. It's disturbing. It's disturbing. The more it goes on, I should have did the thing. Simple pussy woman. Isn't that a teaching from Prabhupada and his psychotic mega mania? I believe it. I don't know. Is that a Prabhupada quote? Divorce lawyers will have a good defense for her. She should, if she can divorce this guy and get half his money, I think she should. This is disgusting. I can't believe. I mean, I'm glad I blotted out her face because I don't want to. I'm not trying to be a party to this, but I just think it's important for people to see what they are doing to this poor woman, and she just wants some peace of mind. She just doesn't. She doesn't think this guy's a guru. That's all. That's all she's doing. Simple pussy woman they got on her. They're calling her a simple pussy woman. They're all making fun of her. Look at these three guys and hot lips and her husband there. And then and they made her like, you know, it's just, you know, how do you endure that type of shit, man? And I understand. I don't understand. I mean, I understand she's married and she's, you know, she probably, you know, she's not ready to divorce her husband or leave him, or it might be, I don't know. Last night, she seemed like she was really upset. Honestly, I thought he was gay because I saw that username. Mike, she joined back the cult. I don't know where she stands. Last night she seemed like she was distraught. I don't know if she was drunk. Gora Hari today was saying that she, you know, I guess she's an alcoholic or something. I'm not saying, I don't know that she is, but that's what he's saying. And I'm saying maybe she needs to have a drink to deal with her husband and deal with you. Like, she got to deal with this shit 24/7. I turn him off. I'm done. I don't have to deal with him. She got to deal with this shit 24/7. She got a husband that loves this man, thinks this man is God, thinks this man is some Krishna incarnation of Krishna, and she got to live with this guy. And she got to live with this simple pussy woman type attitude. This whole friggin', she got to deal with this 24/7. Yeah, maybe she needs a drink. Maybe she needs to get the fuck away from her husband. She needs to get away from this bullshit. She can't. And now the cat's out of the bag. Maybe now she's like, yeah, she wants to come in and associate with us because we can see that this guy's a friggin', we feel the same about him as she does. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, Prabhupada said, just grab one. If you want to lick a pussy, grab one and go take one and lick it. Go. It probably was disgusting. Yes, she should. Anke should divorce her husband, take half of his money, go to Thailand, and live with her son. She deserves peace, happiness, freedom. She doesn't need this shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm no therapist or anything. She needs therapy is what she needs. She needs to go see a therapist. If she has free health care in wherever they live, I don't know where they live, but if anywhere but the U.S., she probably has some kind of health care. She needs to go speak with a therapist. And, you know, that's what she needs. She needs professional help. She's in a cult. She's been in a cult for I don't know how many years. Absolutely vile. Absolutely vile. Her husband is like, my wife's not some simple pussy woman. No. Evidently her husband is okay with that. That's how her husband is okay with that. I wouldn't let my girlfriend or my wife. You're not gonna call my wife my wife or my girlfriend a simple pussy woman on YouTube. I mean, come on, man. What kind of husband is that? I'm sorry. I ain't trying to break up. Yes, I am. No, I'm not trying. Yes, I am. No, I'm not trying to break up their marriage. Yes, I am trying to break up their marriage. You're not trying to. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I am. I'm trying to break up. No, you're not trying to. I am. The fact that all of them just allow that sort of description shows you the absolute lack of common sense, common decency. What to speak of empathy? Like, Why can't they all get together and go, look, man, what is bothering you? Why are you going over to Mike's classes? Talk to us. No, obviously she doesn't feel comfortable talking to these nuts. Obviously, all that chanting and all that shit is not helping her situation. Duke, that's what I'm saying. Her husband, yeah. Who does that? Who does that? I'm just saying, I can't blame her considering what she has to deal with. I'm telling you, man, this is why you don't get involved with cults. This is why you don't get involved with these friggin' cults. These yoga studios and all this bullshit. You want to do yoga? Do it at home. Get a video. Go to YouTube, type in, yoga at home, and you'll find some yoga instructor online, and you don't have to meet him. You don't have to worship him. You don't have to chant. You don't have to do any mantras. You don't have to get a little ladle and put faces on rocks. You don't have to do any of that bullshit. And you can do your yoga. You can do your archer and your one-armed guy, and you do all this shit. You can do that, and don't get involved with any of these cults, because then you're going to end up online. You're going to end up online with your name, and then it's going to say "Simple Pussy Woman" on there. I mean, what the fuck is that? I know her husband is in love. Her husband is in love with Giggity.
All right.
She said in the email to me that her husband loves Gorahari. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The husband is the real smelly pussy. Any husband that would let his wife do that, to just, even if she wanted, I mean, come on, talk to your wife and say, babe, I don't think you should do that. I mean, if it was her idea, I'd say, no, I don't like the idea of you degrading and humiliating yourself in front of the whole world like that. You're my wife, and I respect you. And I have, even if you have no respect for yourself, I have respect for you. I think Freddie likes men, not his wife. Not Freddie. I don't think it's Freddie. I think it's Francis. The guy's name is Francis. Market Zero. Exactly, man.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Yeah, in light of this new shit, man.
Man, I've got certain information, all right? Certain things have come to light, and, has it ever occurred to you that instead of, running around blaming me, given the nature of all this new shit, this could be a lot more complex. I mean, it might not be just such a simple,
It might not be. He wants to make it, and he wants to make it out like, oh, she can come if she wants to. Who wants to go, who wants to go subject themselves to that kind of bullshit? Simple pussy woman. And then when he does this type of shit, and then I call him out on it, or we call him out on it, he wants to act like, is this a joke, or you guys are blowing it out of proportion. I don't know how we can blow it out of proportion or misrepresent or lie or twist. It's as simple as, all I did was take a screenshot and put the picture up there. You can draw your own conclusions. If it's a joke, what's the punchline? What's the punchline? Oh, that's a Prabhupada quote. Okay, but why are you using it now? Why are you calling her a simple pussy woman or whatever? It's just fucking. These are holy men. These are holy men loving God with ecstatic symptoms of love of God in the highest stages, and it's beyond Vadi and beyond this, and we're Rupanuga. This is Rupanuga? Treating this woman like this? This is your idea of bhakti, yoga, loving God, and treating women like this, calling them simple pussy woman on YouTube? Yeah, you know, the brainwashing. If she's stuck, you know, if she's stuck in the Prabhupada universe, then she's never going to break out. I mean, the little ladle, man. She should definitely divorce him and end this dilemma. Yeah, this is, you know, I'm glad you people, other people are witnessing this. It's just not all happening up here. I mean, yeah, he is, but he is, and he's harming this woman. And I'm going to tell you, you know, I was ready to move on. I had actually moved on until she came back. She came back, and I was like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? Why are you trying to contact me? She wanted to talk to me on the phone. She wanted to call me. She never called me. She never texted me. She never emailed me. And that leads me to think that she's got some problems with getting out of this cult. I think she has some issues I think she's trying to get out. I seriously think she's trying to get out, and she can't. She doesn't know how. Yeah, absolutely. It's like someone farted in an elevator. Absolutely. And pretty sure Freddie has come out to his Sangha. Freddie's come out, so I don't hate against LGBT and people, but I'm definitely against spousal abuse, inhumane treatment of children, and definitely men who manipulate others for their self-ego. Yeah, I mean, you know, I was, like I said, I was ready to move on with this shit. She said she was with him. I figured that was it. She's not going to contact me anymore. We're done. She's in a cult. I'm done. But then when she came in and she's like, oh, they kicked me out and I miss my son. I want to go to Thailand. I want to, whatever, you know, then she wanted to talk to me. She's like, can I call you on the phone? Whatever. I really felt like, you know, something's going on with this woman. I can't just turn my back. I can't just turn my back and go, you know, fuck you. So, you know, but then nothing came of it. So I think that, like, I think she's really having a problem trying to leave. That's my gut feeling. I'm going to go with my gut feeling. I know. I didn't watch my buddies die face down. This guru's stomach can run around calling women silly, simple pussy women. Yeah, I know. It's
just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
No, I know. I understand. I know there is. But her mental health, you know, if she's gonna what, so I'm not trying to argue with you, Snoggle. I agree with you, but what is she supposed to do? Drink herself to death? Get so depressed she commits suicide? Is that what she's supposed to do? This is what people do. Is she supposed to get? Are they supposed to get in? Is she supposed to get to the point where there's domestic violence going on? Is she get to the point where he's mistreating her because she's not a Gorahari person anymore? And then he ends up leaving her? I mean, what is she really supposed to do? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to argue with, but it's like, I understand it's a difficult situation, and I can understand that's why she wanted to speak with me on the phone. I can understand that's why she doesn't know, she's got nowhere else to go. If you're coming into my thing, then obviously you've got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go. It's like Officer and a Gentleman. I've got nowhere else to go. I get I get it. I think she needs professional help. I think she needs therapy. And maybe therapy can help her. Maybe therapy will help save her marriage. Maybe they both need therapy. They need something. I'm going to tell you right now, something needs to happen. Oh, yeah, man. Funky. She said she's a postwoman. It would be so hard to leave that at 59 years old, needing income. Yeah, I know. I'm not arguing with you. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I don't know what she's supposed to do. It's obviously not a healthy situation, or she wouldn't be reaching out. Um, yeah, it's so much wisdom, man. It's like so much wisdom. Yeah, she needs professional help. She needs professional help, and that's all I can say. And yes, absolutely, Raphael, you got absolutely. She's like a fish caught in his net full of bullshit, and eventually, bail is on the Anki side of the court. It's disturbing to witness this sort of firsthand cult manipulation. Absolutely, absolutely, and it's all documented on. It's all documented. I mean, and we've witnessed it in real time, and this is something. Leads. Yeah, I was hoping she might be. She might be watching because um, I think she watches a lot, and this brings me to my next video. Um, she needs to watch the 10 signs of a narcissistic husband. She needs to watch that one definitely. But this is a good one. This is a good one for everybody, and this is my favorite, my new favorite YouTuber is Britt Hartley. No nonsense spirituality. She's a spiritual atheist, and I just love that. She's a spiritual atheist, and she needs therapy. The number one thing she needs is therapy, marriage therapy, or any kind of therapy, family therapy, whatever it is. She needs this, and I think to a certain degree we all need a little bit of this.
It's Britt here, atheist spiritual director at No Nonsense Spirituality. I'm here with Pepperoni, and today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest changes that I made in my life.
I just love Pepperoni. Pepperoni is the best. That is the best little dog. I fell in love with Pepperoni the first time I saw. Okay, here we go.
Helped me go from suicidal nihilism to now thriving and not having to believe in anything unbelievable or do any spiritual bypassing or optimism or positive thinking in order to get there. And it's the story about your life and the story that you're telling with your life. So in my worst time in the void, my story, the narrative that was always running in the background of my brain would have sounded like this. I was born out of religious duty. While growing up, my mom was emotionally distant. My father was controlling. I formed my identity in school, where I realized that no matter how many times I moved, I could try to be the smartest in the room and gain an identity that way. So in religion, I wanted to be the guy who always said, actually, and do like the most impressive apologetics. I was good at it, but this skill turned on itself. And the more I learned, the more I realized there's no correct religion. No God, no truth outside of my bias. Everything here is a construct. All I see is icons on a computer because of evolutionary fitness. And what's worse is that in order to live, things have to die so that I eat. And I don't have free will, so I'm in this violent, biased robot in this system that says life at all costs. Evolution doesn't care if I'm happy. And then our sun goes out and we blow up, and none of this was for anything. If there was a big red button, we should push it. This one I really believed, because life shouldn't exist like this. The most moral thing to do would be to push the big red button, but if you don't have that, then to at least end your own life. But I can't, because people don't know this, so they won't understand why. So I'm just going to walk around like a hypocrite.
I do military calisthenics, 15 minutes a day, just 5 exercises.
How long does it actually take to go back in shape again with military calisthenics? How old are you? I'm 46. Perfect.
I'll steal if I want to. Who cares? Morality is a lie that companies can use, companies can use slaves in order to make chocolate, but then tell me it's wrong to steal. It would have been better for none of us to have been born, for me to not have been born. I wish I was dead, but I'll pretend to be human and go through the motions because people care about me and they won't understand.
He believes in nothing.
He believes in nothing, Laboski, nothing.
So that was kind of rough. That's like a little bit of a rough starting to this video, but I want to be brutally honest about this channel, about what my honest thoughts were during that time. So that was my story. That was the story that was always running in the background. And no wonder I was depressed. No wonder I had zero motivation. I could barely get out of bed. It was rough. And therapists couldn't help me in this place because they couldn't say anything that could withstand the kind of philosophical issues and questions that I was dealing with. They were trying to give me ways to maybe like reduce my anxiety, but I was dealing with whether life itself is justifiable, which requires a lot more philosophy than most therapists have. Medication only really numbed me. The only thing that really did help was changing my story about these nihilistic truths. So this is where my skeptics, you're going to be on guard, because what skeptics are afraid of, and I know this because I work with a majority of skeptical, cynical, nihilists, post-religious people, they're scared that right now I'm going to say, just believe that things are going to get better. Just choose something to believe in. Think positive. But I am not talking about toxic positivity or spiritual bypassing. I'm talking about a way to live your life story that can withstand the horrors. And it really saved my life to rewrite my story. It reduces more suffering in the world too. So if suffering is bad, and then you not having a story to contain it increases your suffering and decreases your ability to show up in the world, you're doing it just because you're loyal to your first thought, your original story, which is just conditioning. It's more conditioning and it's just a reaction. So skeptics are in this weird position where they have such a reaction against positive thinking based on illusion because they see all the people doing that they'll sometimes almost cling to their original thoughts as a place of safety. But the thing is, those thoughts aren't true either. They're mostly conditioning and reactionary. So we want to go to the place in between. We're not working with your thoughts. Okay, so not working with your thoughts intentionally is to be a slave to your conditioning. Jumping into positive thinking is Delulu land. But there's a space in between that where things can be true, but also helpful and help you thrive in ways that reduce suffering in you and reduce suffering in the world.
So there is, this is what's great about her, is that she does find a middle ground where there is a place for spiritual understanding, meaning for your life, even though there's no meaning at all. Even though there's no meaning at all to anything.
He believes in nothing.
He believes in nothing, Laboski, nothing.
Because in the scheme of things, she's right. Nothing makes sense, and nothing is just. Life is. It really doesn't make sense to even live. So, but there is a middle ground. There is a middle ground where you can find meaning. You can rewrite the story of your life. That's basically what she gets at. You can rewrite the story of your life.
The sweet spot. So today, people always talk about Viktor Frankl, and I feel like he almost gets overused in this space. So I'm going to use a different story. I'm going to use the story of James Stockdale. He was a U.S. Navy pilot during the Vietnam War. He was shot down in 1965, captured by the North Vietnamese. During the next 7.5 years, he was held in the infamous Hanoi Hilton as a prisoner of war. And for 7 years, he was tortured, isolated, denied basic human dignity, and yet he survived. Not just physically, not just mentally, but psychologically. When others around him fell into despair or delusion, Stockdale remained grounded, and he was able to leave that experience with very low PTSD, even though he went through things that I can't possibly imagine. So what he said years later when he was asked how he survived so well, he said something deeply paradoxical. He said, I never lost faith in the end of the story, but at the same time, I never confused that faith with blind optimism. I confronted the brutal facts of my reality without ever giving up hope. And that mindset is now known as the Stockdale paradox. It's studied in psychology and leadership and trauma recovery, even business. And what this is about is the art of reframing reality in a way that's helpful without denying it. So in interviews, Stockdale was asked, sorry, I'm coming down with something. He was asked who didn't make it out of the camps. And he said, oh, that's easy. The ones who didn't make it out were the optimists. They were the ones who said, we'll be out by Christmas. And Christmas would come and Christmas would go. Then they'd say, we'll be out by Easter. And then Easter would come and go. And then Thanksgiving. And then eventually they would just roll over and die of a broken heart. So let that sink in. The people who died weren't the ones who faced the horror. They were the ones who couldn't reframe it. The ones who were insisting on a version of reality that wasn't happening, and they were clinging to their denial. And when the denial finally hits reality and they have no story or container to like contain that, they had nothing. And then their essentially their nervous system would shut down, and then they would die soon after. So Stockdale, on the other hand, he faced the truth. He never lied to himself about the situation. He never said, but Jesus is going to come save me. He didn't pretend he was fine, but he created a frame that was strong enough to hold all that suffering. He said over and over to himself, this is going to be a defining experience of my life. It's not going to break me. It's going to teach me. And that was his story, and his story saved his life.
So I think that's something that we can all relate to. I think I can relate to that because I feel that now that I'm doing this, speaking my truth about this cult and what it's done and what it does and what it will do in the future, all of these things is what's helping me. It's reframing my story. I don't feel like I'm a victim of this cult. I feel like I'm this cult. I'm an adversary of this cult. I'm on equal footing now with this cult. I feel like I'm a equal adversary to take on this cult, whereas before I wasn't. I was a victim of this cult. I'm not a victim anymore. At least that's the attitude that I have, where I'm fighting this cult. I'm raising awareness. I'm doing good when this cult is doing something bad. And so I'm reframing my whole experience in this cult from what it did to me and what it did to my family to now it's what I'm doing to people like Gora Hari and Howard Resnick and Brian Tibbetts and Hugh Turvey and all these other fuckers. Hey, it's Tim. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you here. Yeah, the dude abides. And a change of environment, having real positive and helpful individuals helps when someone is going through such PTSD and traumas. I, for one, went through psychiatric counseling after leaving ISKCON. Yeah, I was in therapy when I left, so it was just coincidental that I was already in therapy, and then I came to my senses while I was in there. So, and it was good. I'm going to tell you, therapy is good. You don't have to be crazy to go to therapy. I'm going to tell you right now. In fact, going to therapy will keep you from going crazy. That's what therapy will do. Therapy is not for crazy people. It's for normal people to keep them from going crazy. Yes, when life feels pointless, one should create their very own paradigm shift and matter or state of being with purpose and to rediscover life. It is never the end until we end it. And that's what I want to say to this Radhe Anke. You know, if you're watching, if you ever happen to see this, you can reframe. It's never too late to reframe the story of your life, and as chaotic as things may seem now, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're with Gorahari or you're trying to break away, or if you're just, you know, I don't know what's happening, but it seems like something's happening over there. Because if nothing was happening, you wouldn't give a fuck about you. I mean, you just wouldn't. Yeah, this aggression will not stand. This aggression will not stand, man.
All right.
So, hey, Jeff, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Always good to see you in here. So, I want to hear a little bit more of what she has to say. Yeah, they gotta go see their own therapist, and then they talk about all the people that they see. Yeah, they're like, yeah, I see this Hare Krishna guy, man. This is crazy.
And so what Stockdale discovered is that real resilience doesn't come from blind positivity or rigid stoicism. It comes from holding two truths at once. This is brutal and this sucks, and this is shaping me. There's something of value here to me in the world. There's something to lean into. There's something to learn, things to witness, things to stand for, and being big enough to hold that paradox.
So that's what she needs to do. She needs to understand she's in a 50-50 situation. Yeah, she needs to understand that this is brutal. It's fucking up your marriage. It's fucking up your life. It's causing you whatever's going on in your life, whatever it's causing you to do, causing you to reach out to me. I don't know why if you don't need to reach out to me, I don't know why you're doing it. But I think that you're doing it because you've got something's going on. You need help, but you need to also understand, because I don't know if you're going to go seek help, but you need to understand that what you're going through is brutal. It's horrible. It's terrible. But you can come out the other side. You can come out the other side and be a better person. You can have a life after all of this. You don't have to put up with this kind of crap. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I hope she leaves this cult and she's free and happy and not 50-50. You know, I don't even think I think she's miserable all the time. I think she's miserable all the time, and that's just, and I don't even know. I mean, I can't even tell you, but why would she be reaching out, coming and why would she go on to his channel and then talk shit about just sucking up to him? It just doesn't make, none of this shit makes sense. It's just not a healthy situation. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for her. It's just not healthy. And she needs to get help. That's what I'm saying. She needs to get help. That's what I'm saying. So you want to check out this Britt Hartley. She's really good. She does a lot of really good stuff. And so now we're going to do some of this
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination.
All right, the dimension of imagination. Let's see. We got something from Delusions. What are you saying here? Mental asylum. Yeah, it's a mental asylum, man. You know, hopefully, but that abuse she is facing is very dangerous with that name tag. I wouldn't even sit there. That husband is behaving like not a partner at all. You know, Rafael, that's one of my main concerns is that, you know, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think she's safe around that. I don't think she's safe around any of these people. I just don't. I just don't. Hey, Travis, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Glad to see you here. Okay, so here we got. What is this? How Radhika Dasi became a devotee. Okay, let's see. Oh, what happened? Oh.
Hi Krishna Didi, what's your name?
Radhika Dasi.
And where are you from?
I am from Tatashta Shakti. No, really. Okay, San Francisco / India / everywhere.
Okay, so total mental patient. Well, you can't just say where you're from. You can't just say. You can't just say I'm from San Francisco. You can't just. I'm from Tatishta Shakti. I'm from the Brahma Jyoti. I'm from Krishna's effulgence. I'm from San Francisco / India / everywhere. Another wacko job. She's the granddaughter of Bhagavan. Yeah. I know these people. That's Bhagavan's granddaughter. Where is this it? All right, let's hear what he's got to say.
And how did you become a devotee in 10 minutes?
Okay, so I'm still trying to figure this one out.
Well, no, just tell him that your grandfather is one of the biggest scammers that's ever scammed in ISKCON. My grandfather, he was a big ass scamming guru, and he ran off with a bunch of money and some women. I think it was my mom. I guess I don't know. My grandma. He ran off. Anyway, he was a big scammer. And then he ran off, and then he had some kids, and then those kids, and then they had some kids, and then here I am.
But my grandparents became devotees in the 60s. They were Prabhupada disciples. And my grandpa was actually an ISKCON sannyasi. And
Oh yeah, he was a big scammer. He was a big time scammer, and he has a reputation for being a scammer. Yep, that was my grandpa. We call him Papa Scammer. That was my nickname. That's what I called him when I was little. I used to say, hey, Papa Scam. How you doing, Papa Scam?
And so my mom,
Big guru, isn't he?
something like that. Yeah. Bhagavan. Anyways, so my mom grew up in New Mayapur, and I grew up in ISKCON, and I spent a lot of time in Vrindavan when I was young. We lived in Gokul for some time, but everything was kind of.
Yeah, so this woman is so traumatized. She's so traumatized by this cult that she doesn't even know how to tell her own story, because just telling her story, she's got to leave out a ton of shit. Otherwise, it's not a great story. So she has to leave it all out. I don't. Fucking grandma in the back of the book. A Papa Scammer. That's what you call him, Papa Scam. Hey, Papa Scam, how you doing?
Dry, you know. We lived in, actually we stayed in like a Pushti Marg type temple for some time. Anyways, but everything was kind of dry until we met Gurudev. Actually, everything was pretty dry until we met Gurudev. And then, so we met Gurudev in 1998 in LA. And he came and changed our lives forever. I don't really remember my life before Gurudev, actually. I mean, like little bits here and there, but it's all kind of a blur. And 8 or 9, yeah. So my mom, she had been really praying to Srila Prabhupada and saying that, okay, you're my grandfather. You know, he named her when she was a baby, and she's like, you're my grandfather, you're Jagat Guru. But if I don't have a personality like you in my life, then how can I continue? How can I feel anything? So she was really praying. And then 1 week later, Budaya Prabhu was like, there's this great Vaishnav and he's coming. So we went and we saw him. And the minute I saw him, I just had this, I heard other people calling him Guru.
Okay, so these is obviously, obviously she's as delusional. She's as delusional as anybody else. She's even more delusional because she grew up in this delusion. This is like Truman Show. This is like the Truman Show, and this is so. Bhagavan's granddaughter, holy baloney. How she's not willing to talk about her grandpa. Yeah, grandpa, Papa Scammer. Hey, Papa Scam. Hey, Papa Scam. Proud of her scammy granddaddy. Yep, granddaddy scammy. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid, man. So fucking
Gurudev, and I just had this feeling like I want him to be my Gurudev. So then my mom said, go ask him if he'll be your Gurudev. So I went up to him and I said, will you be my Gurudev? And he patted me on the head and said, well, certainly. And then it was history from there, because when Guru comes into your life, that's actually the very, very beginning of your journey.
It's so deluded by these people. But it all started with her grandpappy Scammy. Her grandpappy Scammy is the one who got it all started. You know, I can't imagine what that's like. Some of us do know what it's like to be third generation, 2 generations in, 3 generations in. She's gonna have kids, and she's gonna. I don't know why she didn't get married at 12 years old, but how fortunate. So fortunate, I know. I mean, man, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous I didn't have a grandpappy Scammy to raise me. Lost cause, man. Lost cause. Just adios, man. It's like as they put your brain in a blender, scramble that shit up, and then pour it back in your ear, and then you hit the nail on the head, man. Ego trip, bull crap trip, talk to me more trip, I love it trip, blathering, oh my Guru Dave trip. She's third generation part of this BS cult. What an accomplishment. Yeah, her whole accomplishment is her grandpappy Scammy. Her grandpappy Scammy, Papa Scam. Papa Scam is her legacy. That's her legacy. Is her grandpappy Scammy was a Prabhupada man, and then her parents, they were born in and were scammers, and now she's third generation Scammy. She's a little scammy. Little Saraswati Scammy, little Scammy Swati. Scammy Swati. I don't know, man. It's got to be Narayan. It's got to be Narayan Maharaj or that other guy. I don't know. She's so full of ego. Plus, she's a singer, so the ego is beyond what. Yeah. Oh my God. She's a singer. I reckon Narayan Devi, Rasika Manjari, Swami, Gora Hoodie, Narayan Hoodie. Yeah, Narayan Hoodie Maharaj. Yeah, she's talking about Narayan. Narayan. Does the female form make you uncomfortable, Mr. Lebowski? You mean my Johnson? My Johnson? Born into Delulu land. Yeah, I was born in I don't know, San Francisco, India, Delulu land. I'm from Delulu land. You know, it's kind of like she got her own. She's got her own Scamperdaya for. Yeah, she got her own Scamperdaya. I mean, you're born in the Delulu land. Man, that's funny. That's funny.
I can dance. Boo 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 boo. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boo boo boo. Yay!
Yeah, her scammy granny, grandpapa scam. Her grandpa scam, Bhagavan's ex-henchman, Indra Yumna. You know, these guys are all interconnected. You know, it's like they're all henchmen of somebody's. They're all the henchmen of somebody who was a henchman of Prabhupada. It's like a henchman pradaya. It's a friggin'. It's a henchman. It's a yabba dabba do. It's a yabba dabba do badaya is what it is. We're yabba dabba doing it over here. It's let's see, what is this one? Here's another one. I gotta thank Tim for. I gotta thank fake it till you Tatishta Shakti. This is fucking. Can you believe this bullshit? I believe this bullshit. What is this? And they don't know how to make a video. They can't make a video, these people. Hey Duke. Hey Duke of Scroll. See you later, man. Good to see you. These people don't know how to make a video. Another scammer. It's just another, scammer pretending to be some kind of holy man. Another scammer just pretending to be a holy man. That's it. That's my commentary on that one. I don't know who this guy is. He's like Bhakti. Oh, it's a long one. Shripad Seva Ratna Premananda Prabhuji Bhakti Bandav Radha Kunja. I don't know, Babaji. I guess I don't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
All right.
A Premananda fraud. Yeah, it's another fucking fake it till you yabba dabba do. You fake it till you yabba dabba. Yabba dabba do. Yabba dabba do. Yabba dabba do badaya. Oh, wait, that is the best. Okay, what's this one? Oh, here's some yabba dabba. We're gonna yabba dabba do here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. Yep, there we go.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
I can dance. Boo 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 boo. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Yay!
Hey, what do we got? We got. Hey, shapeshifter. Hey, well, now you're here. You're going on, man. What's going on with you? What are you doing here? How'd you find us, and what are you doing here? Palooza. He's up. Palooza. He's Palooza. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on with you? You're the man of the hour now. You're the one. What's up?
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, hey, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, just stop with the bullshit, I swear. Why are you shitting on this? Looks like a good party. Yeah, if you're a pedophile, yeah, you'd have a good time there. All these fucking pedophiles. Yeah, I'll shit on this. I'll shit on it every day of the week. Fucking pedophiles. Fucking pedophiles is what they are. It looks like a party. That's what they want you to do. That's why they put this video on the YouTube. It's so you would think that it's a friggin' party and it's a good time. And they fooled you. And that's why I'm here, to tell you it's not. It's a fucking bunch of pedophiles, bunch of racist, sexist pieces of shit into child marriage and pedophilia. That's what it is. It looks like it's a party. If you think that's a party, look, man.
If you see somebody who's crazy and you don't realize they're crazy, then you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, you're fucking crazy. If you don't think that's fucking crazy, then you're fucking crazy. Justice for little girls. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, you go do that. You go do that, because, I mean, you really worship an imaginary Satan? You really worship an imaginary? I thought you'd have more sense than that. But I mean, if you're that stupid, if you're that stupid that you worship Satan and you can like hail Satan, I mean, that just shows you how dumb you are. Oh, that's pretty funny. Anything else stupid to say? You got anything else stupid to say? Let's hear it. Look at these freaks. There's a bunch of freaks. Look at them. Getting down, gonna lay down on the ground in front of this freak here. So the one freak is standing, and the other freak is throwing flowers at his feet. And then these freaks are gonna lay down. They're gonna touch his feet. This freak's gonna put some flowers, put some more flowers. That's all they do. They put flowers around each other's neck. It's a bunch of fucking freaks. Yeah, he can stay because he's. So yeah, this is another friggin' racist, sexist piece of shit. This guy promotes child molesters as gurus. He says he's afraid he's going to become a ghost if he says anything bad. He says anything bad about a child molester. He say anything bad about a child molester, he thinks he's going to become a ghost in his next life. So you tell me this guy's not delusional. You going to tell me this guy's not delusional? They're all delusional. Every one of them. Look at this guy laying down the street like a friggin' nut, like a fucking freak. This guy walking around with his hand in a bag like a fucking freak. This guy protects pedophiles. This guy protects child molesters and pedophiles. Doesn't give a shit about kids getting molested. The guy's a real piece of shit. He's a real fucking piece of shit. Yeah, Manjari creep cross-dressing piece of scumbag. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And he's a defender. He's a defender of child molesters. He's a defender of child molesters. Yeah, we're exposing these friggin' child molesters, man. These are friggin' fake holy men pretending to be. These are child molesters pretending to be holy men. They're just a bunch of fake fucking gurus that scam people and molest little kids. That's what it is. That's what I do. I expose these fuckers. I expose these fucking freaks.
Should do full. Not quite there, huh? Okay, we'll wait. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
You try and convince me that these people are not delusional. You try and convince me that these people are not delusional. That they think that this guy is some kind of a god man. That somehow this blithering idiot is gonna give them God. He's gonna take them back to Godhead. He's gonna take them back to the spiritual world. There's a spiritual world, and this man in this chair is sitting there. He's their God, and he's gonna take them back to God with him somehow. These fucking freaks, and all they do is fucking molest little kids. And I started this show talking about how this little kid is just got the shit beat out of him in one of their fucking schools by a guy just like this. Like people that look just like this. And they don't give a fuck. These are sick fucking people. These are sick fucking people. And anybody who comes in here and wants to defend this shit, think it's a good time or it's a party, they need their heads examined. How do you look at this and think this is normal? How do you look at this and think this is normal?
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
I can
Hare.
dance.
Hare Rama,
You sing it with me, and then you'll know.
Please tell me the
Yay!
4 regulated principles that you.
If you're in this cult, you need to get out. You need to get out of this cult. If you're in this bullshit, you need to get out. Are you guys ex-monks? Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, I wouldn't argue with you if you said that. I mean, I don't call myself an ex-monk because I look at it as I was cosplaying the whole time. I don't think I was really, for me to say I was a monk is kind of an insult to real monks because I don't consider these guys real monks. I consider them fucking pedophiles and I don't care. I don't care if you shave your head, you live in an ashram, and you're vegetarian and you're following. I don't care how many rules you're following. If you're fucked up in the head, then you ain't a fucking monk. If you believe the shit they believe, you ain't no fucking monk. So I don't consider that I was a monk because I believe their bullshit, and their bullshit, if you believe their bullshit, you ain't no fucking holy man. This guy's no fucking holy man. This guy ain't no fucking monk. He's a piece of shit. He's racist, sexist. He protects child molesters. He doesn't give a fuck. He's a cult leader is what he is. He's a fucking disgusting cult leader. No fucking monk. I was in it for 20 years. I don't say, oh yeah, I was a monk like these guys do. The punk to monk fuckers that are like, oh, I was a punk rocker, and then I became a monk, and then I became a yoga teacher. Fuck that. Those pieces of shit. worshiping abusers. These guys are worshiping. They're worshiping this guy. They're worshiping this guy like he's fucking something. He's a piece of shit. These people are delusional. These people are fucking delusional. They're feeding off each other. The guy in the chair and the guy on the floor. The guy on the floor is just as delusional as the guy in the chair, if not more. I don't know which one's more. Yeah. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Absolutely. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, absolutely, man.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
If you watch this for a bit longer, he makes such a disgusting remarks. All right, let's. I'll take your word for it. Let's watch it a little bit longer. Let me see.
Promise to follow.
நான்கு கட்டுப்பாட்டு விதிமுறைகள். மது அருந்த மாட்டேன். மது அருந்த மாட்டேன். மாமிசம் உண்ண மாட்டேன். சூதாட மாட்டேன். பெண்களிடம் தவறான வைத்துக் கொள்ள மாட்டேன். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
And how many rounds? He has to chant minimum every day.
குறைஞ்சது 16 மணிகள் தினசரி ஜெபம் பண்ணுகிறேன். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
So I'm giving a name that Srila Prabhupada gave to one of his disciples. It's the name of Krishna, child Krishna, which appears in Bala Krishna Sahasranama. Name is Baladas.
So in his delusion now, that man, he's so delusional, he thinks that he's somehow in some kind of magical line of people that goes back 5,000 years or however many thousands of years. It's so stupid. It's so delusional.
She offered business to Prabhupada?
Yes, he did.
Okay. I just saw it.
Manishwari Karthikeyan ready ஆகுங்க. பிரணாம் பிரபுபாத் பிரணாம் பண்ணிட்டு முன்னாடி இங்க வந்து
Okay, let's go on.
அதுக்கப்புறம் பத்தமுத்து அண்ணாதுரை.
All right, 1 second here. 1 second here. A similar thing happened to the Catholic Church in regards to the original guru leaving and being replaced by someone, some sincere followers, and some following for the sake of material gain and power. No, it's not similar to the Catholic Church, and I will explain why. This is a cult. It's not a religion, this is a cult. This is a cult of freaks. The original freak was Prabhupada, and the freak before him was Bhakti Siddhanta, and the freak before him was Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and the freaks before them were the 6 Goswamis and the freak of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's not a religion. It's a friggin' cult. It's a cult of pedophiles, child molesters, child marriage, and God men. And worshiping God men. It's not a religion. You can't compare this to the Catholic Church. It doesn't work that way. This is a cult. You can compare this to Jonestown. Let's do that right now. Let's compare this to Jonestown. If you're ever in Oakland, you can go. You can go to the cemetery, the Oakland Cemetery, and you can you can see the memorial to the victims of Jonestown. I was there years ago, and I went there and I took a picture, and here it is. There's a memory of the victims of Jonestown tragedy, November 18, 1978, Jonestown, Guyana. It's a friggin' cult, like Jonestown, with a cult leader like Jim Jones or David Koresh or L. Ron Hubbard. That's the difference. It's nothing like the Catholic Church. Absolutely nothing like the Catholic Church at all. No, Krishna is no original guru. Krishna is a fairy tale is a mythology. And you're not gonna come in here and you're gonna start doing this shit. I'm gonna ban you, okay? I'm gonna ban you. Yeah, I get it. I get it. We get a lot of people in here that defend this shit, and they pretend. They pretend, and so I understand. I get it. I understand, man. I get it, but you got to understand that these people, they come in here and they like this guy, okay, okay, like this guy. Are you Keshava Bharati Goswami in disguise? What's your problem? Yeah, I think he's I think he might be Gora Hari or something. I don't know. Where is this? Is this India? Yeah, this is in India. This is in India. These.
மாமிச உணவுகளை உண்ண மாட்டேன், போதைப் பொருளை எடுத்துக்கொள்ள மாட்டேன், சூதாட மாட்டேன், தவறான பாலுறவு கொள்ள மாட்டேன்.
How many rounds?
குறைந்தது தினமும் 16 மாலை ஜெபம் செய்வேன்.
All right. Janaka Bali Devidasi.
Poor lady, she is there for the Mahaprashadam. Yeah, I just. His Croatian disciple is building temple in Salem or Salem. Hugh Turvey feels very superior, very super Hindu, and spreading his farts all over South India. Yeah, yeah. These guys are delusional. Yeah, the Catholic Church has its problems. The Catholic Church has its problems. But the difference is that's a worldwide religion. This is a friggin' cult. This is a cult, and that's the difference. It's like people always want to say, well, what about the Catholic Church? Well, what about it? We're not talking about churches and worldwide religions. We're talking about this goddamn Krishna, Hare Krishna cult. It's a cult. They want you to think it's a religion. They want you to think it's a religion, and they want you to do exactly what you're doing. They want you to say, well, what about the Catholic Church? They're bad too. No, let's not change the subject. I don't give a fuck about the Catholic Church. They take care of their own problems. I'm here to talk about this cult. This is a dangerous, mind-controlling. Look at these people. I mean, give me a break. Give me a fucking break, man. If you can't tell that this is a cult, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what to tell you.
If you see somebody who's crazy and you don't realize they're crazy, then you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's cult of coneheads. But that's what this cult wants you to do. That's why, like Scientology and Jehovah's Witness, they all want to hide behind the idea that, well, we're just a religion, and we're just like everybody else, and the Catholic Church and this church or that church or whatever. No, bullshit. That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. Scientology is not a church. It's a cult. It's a criminal organization. And so is ISKCON. It's a criminal organization. And anybody that knows anything about cults, every cult expert on the planet will tell you that ISKCON's a cult. And there ain't one cult expert that's going to say, no, ISKCON's not a cult. All right, let me see. Let me get I'm here to set the record straight with this bullshit. Okay. Okay, so obviously this guy's got some talent. He's got some talent. He can play stringed instruments. He can probably play the guitar, play the mandolin. He's got some talent. If he wasn't in this cult, maybe he could have done something with his life instead of wasting it in this goddamn child molesting pedophile cult. He ended up in this pedophile cult, but he could have. Who knows? Who knows what he could have done with his life if he hadn't wasted it in this stupid cult? I know.
I can dance. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Yay!
He's mandolin Maharaj. He's mandolin Maharaj. A bunch of clowns. Exactly. They're a bunch of clowns. A bunch of goddamn clowns, man. This clown with his mandolin. I mean, who cares? That's Grandpa Diddy. Yeah, that's Grandpappy Scammy. That's Papa Scam. There's a Papa Scam right there. Hey, Papa Scam. You can play us a tune, Papa Scam. Okay, I'll play a tune. It's like Deliverance. He's like the kid in Deliverance. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. It's like he's got about as much sense.
I can dance. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Yay!
Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Grandpappy Scammy, man. I'm telling you. Oh, this is too funny. This is too funny. Let me get some more of these. Where we go? I got some more. Here we go.
Go to his birthday, but the gifts are for you. Unwrap up to
Hey, if you need a hotel, man, try Agoda, okay? There we go.
Oh, that's the goal of my life.
Oh, this
I
guy
live
again.
For this. Prabhupada told me, preach boldly and have faith in the holy names.
Prabhupada he's like, Prabhupada didn't tell you to go scam people around the world. I guess he did. I mean, go scam people around the world and just go scam people and just never stop. Just never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Just keep scamming. Scam them all over the world. Just keep traveling, keep moving, Rolling Stone gathers no moss. Okay, that's what we're saying. A Rolling Stone don't stick around in one place. You'll get busted. Just keep it pushing. Just keep it pushing.
And here we are in Rishikesh. The banks of the Ganges, the Himalayan mountains are behind.
Isn't this great? And it's all on somebody else's dime. I don't have to spend a penny. I do this every year, all year, every year, all year, every year. And look at that beautiful sunset. Isn't that? Don't you wish you were here? He did tell everyone to keep on scamming. Keep on scamming, man. Just keep on scamming. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, man. That's what it is. You know, it's a con artist hub of criminals. And he's like, look at that beautiful sunset. The scam must go on. The scam must go on, man. It's scamming palooza. We are scamming. We are yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo.
Just
scamming like a doodah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
So we came into this ashram. It looked like the perfect spot, big patio.
Perfect spot, man. Perfect spot.
Sadhus living here, but they weren't very much inclined because it was just for sadhus. They didn't want too much association with the people of the West, etc.
They didn't want all your girls. They didn't want all your girls, all your women, and they didn't want you and your girls, your women, and your little kids. They said, look, Maharaj, if you want to come and hang out with the sadhus, you can, but no, not with all your girly girls and your little kids. Nah, we're not down with that.
But I came in my sannyas dress, and I spoke some Sanskrit verses, and I shared the vision of Srila Prabhupada that this message of Krishna consciousness is for the whole world. It says that in the Bhagavad Gita that he's the seed-giving father of all created beings. So that means ultimately we're all brothers and sisters, and we need to hear that. We're one big spiritual family. We don't belong in the material world. Our family belongs in the spiritual world.
This guy is such a scammer. He's such a friggin' on the list of these guys that I don't like, I probably don't like him the most. He's one of the top guys. Gorahari, this guy, all of them. All of them. That's what I'm saying. This man acting like he's so holy and pure, and he's like one of the worst ones. He's a guy with all the little kids, with the little girls, man. It is not right. It's not right with the little girls, I'm telling you. Yeah, I know. I can't. I nail it every time. I nail it every time. He's spot on. He's fucking super Hindu. Fantazi comes with his personal transcendental harem. Yeah, and they're like, no, you don't want. I think I saw one of these guys on Impact Theory interview. They got some good stuff. I forget the guy's name. These guys are all scammers, man. These guys are all scammers. These guys are big time scammers, man. I'm telling you because I used to be in this cult. I was in this cult for 20 years, and I knew a bunch of these guys. And Rafael was with this guy. Rafael was with this guy. You were with this guy, man. You know the scam firsthand. He has firsthand knowledge.
They agreed. They accepted that. And for the last 5 years, we've been coming here for a month and a half or 2 months, opening up the gates, welcoming them into the wonderful world of Krishna consciousness.
Oh, there he is, his friggin' wisdom of the dorks. They coming in there and scamming everybody, and they didn't like it. Last year they didn't like you coming. They didn't like that they were kicking out the Hindus. They were kicking out the Hindus. They said Hindus aren't allowed. Only us white people can come in. Yeah, 20 years is a long time, man. I can't get that time back. I can't not get that time back, and neither can Rafael. All scammers, they shouldn't get a minute of attention. I agree with you so bad. I agree with you 100%, man. This shit pisses me off so much. This shit pisses me off that they are allowed to go and take advantage of these people and scam these people. They go to Rishikesh and they scam these people. They scam them.
The spiritual world. In summary,
these guys are scammers. He's got a videographer. Yeah, you know, I'm paying on somebody else's dime. Somebody's paying for that shit, and it's not him. Yeah, I came to my senses, man. I came to my senses. That's how. It wasn't easy, but it happened. I came to my senses. All right, let me get to the next video. I'm gonna do one more video, guys. I'm gonna do one more. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. I can't do this guy. I can't do him anymore. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this one. Nope, this isn't a video. Sorry, guys. This is not a video. Okay. I don't know who this is, but let's see what this is.
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikavai Stadalaya Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Stad Bhaktaya Namo Nama Vitamte Bhaktin Murkha Mavat
Alright.
Yat Kripa Tvamahang Bande Sri Madana Gopalakang Prabhu.
Okay, this is just another. I'm gonna call him a super white Hindu. He's obviously brown, but is another super white Hindu. He's in the super white Hindu cult. It's like clown face. The clown face. I know that one. I'm gonna Namo Palooza Namaha. Namo Palooza Namaha. I'm gonna go ahead and call a do-over on that one. I want to get another one. Let me see. No, I'm not gonna do that one. Oh, what's this? Let's see what this one is. Got commercial. Gotta pay those bills, I guess. You know, nothing's free. Nothing's free in this world.
We have the great fortune and pleasure this morning to introduce our brand new sannyasi brother, and to all the Hollywood script writers out there, we've got a story for you. A blockbuster Hollywood film could come from your story.
How was my...
No, I'm sorry, but no, nobody cares about your story. Nobody cares how you came into this cult, this stupid cult. It's not a blockbuster Hollywood movie. You're a friggin' scamming guru. It's not a blockbuster, okay? No.
Yes, how were you born? Just a few days ago. He was just reborn a few days ago in the Mahatirtha Samudra in Jagannath Puri. He took his birth. Ananda Sundar Prabhu, please join us. You can speak in the language of your choice.
I try speaking English.
Okay, but we have help here.
Yeah, sure. He's good.
Is there anything? Is this like stereotypical cult? Like this is like a scene from a movie, and they wanted to show somebody joining a cult. This is what they would show. This is what they would show if they were like, this is the scene where the hero joins the cult. Okay, and action. Boom.
Helper, he's my friend.
Ananda Sundar Prabhu is here to help if we need. But tell us what happened and how are you and how are you feeling and welcome back.
Now I'm feeling a little confused.
I'm a little confused because now I'm like, I just reached sannyas level of scammer, and I don't know. I've never been a sannyas level scammer before. I was just a brahmachari scammer, and now I'm a sannyas scammer, and I don't know. I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm not sure how to scam at this level. This is a level of scamming that I'm not familiar with.
Because usually people take sannyas for preaching and to be guru, give initiation, take disciples, and maybe like that. I don't know. Maybe some person takes sannyas for only preaching. I don't know, but for me it was surprised. It's not my plan. It was quick and.
It's interesting how it's interesting how these guys all say it wasn't their plan to become a sannyasi or it wasn't their plan to become a guru, but yet they got to do so much to become a sannyasi or become a guru. It's like, how was it not your plan? That's like saying, I didn't really want to become a lawyer. It just kind of happened. How does it just happen? You got to go to college and you got to go to law school. You got to pass the bar. You got to take your exams. You got to do a lot of shit to become. You don't just happen to become. I mean, I can understand you get a job, empty and you become a janitor because that's the job. But there's no like you just become a lawyer because you became a lawyer. No, you gotta do a lot of work to become a lawyer. It's not like, I don't know, I just became a lawyer. I don't know how I became a lawyer. No, how do you become a sannyasi? He's like, I didn't really, it was never in the plan. It was never in your plan. Dude, you gotta do a lot of work to get that, to become what are you fucking talking about? He's uncomfortable sitting in that position. He's just, he should have checked into rehab. I know.
In conversation, I just go to drinking tea, and Avadut Maharaj sitting with Nitya Gopal, and Nitya Gopal looks my face we didn't see many times. And Gopal. Nitya Gopal also was happy to see me, and we give.
So this guy is a super white Hindu now. I don't know where he's from, what country he's from, but it sounds like he doesn't speak English very well, but yet he's a super white Hindu. I mean, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good accomplishment. That's a pretty good accomplishment. Sannyas to be delulu. He is totally delusional. They are all delusional. She's wearing white. She is a miserable brahmacharini. Yeah, she thinks she's gonna be the guru ma. She's
Dandavat appreciated, and he told, you looks like sadhu. You must take sannyas right now. And I think Malchi will be happy. And Avadut Maharaj told, not only Malchi, Gurudev will be happy. And but I have, in my inside, I understand Avadut Maharaj, he won't pushing me to that thing, but I have a couple things I keep in my consciousness, couple.
It's so sad. It's so sad to see this young man getting sucked into this cult, and now he's a sannyas, and it's like they've got him. It's like I hope he comes to his senses one day. I hope he can come to his senses and get out of this cult. I really do. He's being manipulated into this bullshit. It's such a bunch of bullshit. Sounds like a bunch of bull. Absolutely. They all want to be guru. They want to be served, they worship. Why would you put all that time in there to not what, you want to drink the fungus every day? Is that what it is? He's so young, full of life. I know. It's how atrocious to ruin a man's life through mental brainwash. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. It's like they just ruined this guy's life. They just ruined his whole identity, his whole agency, his whole self-determination. They just ruined it. He's probably got family that's like, oh yeah, what happened to Ivan? Well, Ivan, he's in India. He thinks he's a monk. He thinks he's a traveling monk. Ivan, the guy that the boxer guy, he was like, yeah, he joined the Hare Krishnas, and wow, he was gonna be. I thought he was gonna become a boxer. No, yeah, well, we all thought he was gonna become a boxer, but nah, he joined the Hare. He read that book. Remember, he got that book. Oh yeah, I remember he got that book. Yeah, he got that book, and then he went to the temple. The temple in Leningrad or wherever, St. Petersburg, well, where it is. And he got that book, and then he went to the temple, and then we never saw him again. I think he's with Paz's brother. And now I see him on the video, and he's like this. This guy.
Things. I understand if he keep.
Hey, that's Ivan. You're right. That's Ivan. Ivan, I remember I went to high school with Ivan. Yeah, no, now he's Shripad B.M. Sagar Maharaj Sharing and Reflections. That's his name now.
Job. I need to do many things. Sannyasi usually only preaching, but I'm not ready. It's not my life. My life to be prepare for.
Who knows? I think he might reach out and send me an email. He's gonna be like, hey Mike, I'm in this Snot-Ananda group, but not really. But my girlfriend, she was in it, and I kind of got sucked up in it. Switched from Mother Russia to playing with cows' udders. Man, this is so sad. It's so sad. Fed up with life. Does he join Fight Club or ISKCON? This poor guy, man. The poor guy he made a bad choice. Don't be like this guy. Make the wrong choice. You're gonna end up. Oh man, I just can't. I don't know. He needs to watch this video and know that there's life after a cult. He can get his life back together. All he has to do first thing he needs to do is go into therapy. He needs to go into therapy because, boy, he's going to need it. When he realizes that there's a bunch of bullshit and they fucked with his head and they talked him into being this sannyasi. And they thought he was going to be a sannyasi. And when he realizes this is all bullshit, he's going to need some therapy. He's going to need some therapy right along with Rade. So this guy and Rade can get together. They can go to therapy together. And they can figure out where they went wrong. Like, what happened? Like, what the fuck happened? So sad. So friggin' sad. Hey, Liam, glad you're here. Glad you stopped by, man. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it there. It's late for me. Late for me here. I like this late night though. I'm going to go ahead and just stop it here.
No! I can't take anymore.
I can't take anymore.
I've had it with you.
I've had it with these people. Yeah, I know. This guy.
No! I can't take anymore. I've had it with you.
Yeah, okay. So listen, everybody. Thanks for joining in. And if this Radhe reaches out to you, yeah, electric shock therapy. Yeah, he needs something, man. He needs something. They all do. They all need something. This guy needs something too. This guy in the yellow hat. The yellow hat man needs something. They all need it. They all need help. They all need help. The fool. And, the poor guy, man. He got suckered in. Next thing you know, he's got the orange. He's got some T-shirt on, and then he's got his begging thing on. I don't know how that. See how they can't figure it out. You know, they want to be, and then they don't want to be. It's like they can't even. I don't know, man. It's stupid all the way around. Hey, listen, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in today. Let's all send out some good vibes to Radhe. I hope she does the right thing. I hope she gets some help. She really needs therapy so she can figure out what she wants to do. There's no other answer. She needs therapy, and that's what she needs. So Radhe, if you're watching on the replay or if you're watching live, really, we all want you to get help. We want you to get help. We want you to get away from these people that are causing you so much harm. And I can't even imagine it. So that's my message to Radhe. There's life after a cult. You can get out. If you need to contact me, you can still contact me. That's great. I don't know where your head's at. I really think you need some help. And this cult is not the help. The cult you're in is not help. Chanting and reading these books is not help. Going into this Gorahari's Zoom meeting with your husband with a thing that says simple pussy woman is not help. And that is not good for your self-esteem. That's not good for your self-respect, your dignity. It's just not. It's just not, okay? And it's not funny. It's not it's not good. So please get some help. If you want to reach out to me, you can. I'm still here for you, but I think you need some. I think you need some professional help. I really do. So, everybody, I want to thank everybody for being here. AJ and Travis and Jolynn and Liam and Jeff and Rafal and Eliana and Fake Human and Tim and Jenna Morton and everybody. And if I forgot your name, I'm sorry. But I want to thank you all for being here. Everybody have a great day, great night, great morning, great evening, great afternoon. If you're hungry, have a great brunch. Have some great luck. Please stay out of a cult. Remember that you can get your life back when you get out of a cult, and you can get your life back. Here we got the dinger. You are welcome, Travis. Like, share, and subscribe. God bless all, especially Radhe. Absolutely, Radhe, man. Yeah, Mick. Thanks to Mickey. Thank you, Mickey, for another great show. And everybody out there that's watching, all the new viewers, this is me when I was once one of these people. And that's why I know what I'm talking about, because I was once one. And here I am when I was one. Good night, everybody.
Just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
Are we clear? Yes, sir. Are we clear?